It's sad to see that a solvable problem is being gone after with a solution that discards its employees and jeopardizes public safety.
Right now on Up with KREM, the COVID vaccine deadline is approaching for thousands of Washington state workers. But for those who requested vaccine exemptions, they could still lose their jobs.
We're here to be listened to and for our children to go to school freely without masks.
After a group of protesters forced the cancellation of a Coeur d'Alene Public School Board meeting, they're meeting again tonight. Nicole Hernandez is live in Coeur d'Alene this morning with what's on the agenda.
Yeah, that's right. That meeting tonight is happening over Zoom instead of in person. It will be at 5 o'clock, and they're deciding whether or not to accept some of their members' resignations.
We're in the mid-40s now, shooting for the mid-70s later today. I'm going to let you know why you're going to want to enjoy this while you still can.
Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning and happy Monday, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Today is the last day that Washington healthcare and state workers can get vaccinated against COVID-19 in order to meet Governor Inslee's vaccine mandate deadline of October 18th. This mandate covers state, medical, and educational employees. So Johnson & Johnson is the only remaining vaccine that people can get in order to be fully vaccinated by the deadline. Now, for those who have already started the vaccination process, you still have time to get your second dose of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine as well. Now, hundreds of workers in the state have already applied to get religious or medical exemptions, and some people who did receive an exemption could still lose their job. 48 members of the Spokane Fire Department could be out of work in just a few weeks due to this mandate. And the department says they're worried that losing so many firefighters could pose a risk to public safety.
I'm very concerned, and I've worked in downtown Spokane for 20 years. And it's sad to see that a solvable problem is being gone after with a solution that discards its employees and jeopardizes public safety.
The city says there's no way to offer an accommodation that would be in compliance with the mandate and allow unvaccinated first responders to continue in their role.
The bottom line is the state mandate is in place. The city is required to comply with that state mandate. Making those accommodations was not safe for the public or for those on shift and in the department with those firefighters.
The city says it would be tough to enforce rules such as 24-hour mask wearing in fire stations, and that testing requirements could cost up to $1 million a year. Now, if you still need to get your vaccine, there are several options available to get the J&J one. There is a vaccine clinic in Medical Lake being held today from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. Now, registration is required, though, so to sign up, you can go to the website prepmod.doh.wa.gov. It's right there on your screen. You can also call your local pharmacy to see if they have any availability for any vaccine appointments. Another big story that we're following today, the Coeur d'Alene Public Schools Board is holding a meeting. Now, this one comes after a group of protesters disrupted the special meeting that was held last month. Nicole Hernandez is live in Coeur d'Alene this morning. So, Nicole, can you tell us a little bit about what's on the agenda for tonight?
Yeah, Channing, absolutely. So right now I am live here at the Midtown Center meeting room on 5th Street here in Coeur d'Alene. And last month, the Coeur d'Alene Public School District hosted their meeting here, but the parking lot here is empty right now. But that day, it was full of protesters, enough to where the board actually had to cancel their meeting. So take a look at what that was like. Now, they originally called the meeting to discuss a possible mask mandate. There were safety concerns after a group of the protesters entered the district office, forcing the building to go into lockdown. Employees eventually did leave safely. Some protesters said they were simply there to make their voice heard about the mandates. Others, though, were more angry and called for board members to be fired.
We're not here to cause problems. We're not here to fight. We're here to be listened to and for our children to go to school freely without masks.
I'm tired of the mask. Go yourself. I don't know how you sleep at night. You know what you guys are doing to people. You're exploiting their fear.
Now, last week, 2 board members, Tambra Pickford and Chair Jennifer Brumley, submitted their resignations to the board. Tonight, the school board will vote on whether to accept those resignations. Right now, masks are recommended but not required in the district. Both Pickford and Brumley were in favor of that current guideline. Now, today's meeting will be over Zoom instead of in person. Law enforcement did suggest that to the board, saying that there was not a safe place for them to host an in-person meeting at this point. So the meeting, like I mentioned, over Zoom starting at 5 tonight. We'll make sure to give you updates on KREM.com and tomorrow morning on Up with KREM. Live in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Well, it's a beautiful start to the day. We have temperatures in the mid-40s and a gorgeous sunrise happening as we speak, but things are a-changing. Expect some cooler temperatures to work their way into the region in the next couple of days. This might just be one of the warmest mornings we see all week long. We are in the mid-40s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, mid-30s in Sandpoint, upper 40s out in Wenatchee. Those temps are going to rise, but we do have a little bit of cloud cover as we kick things off this morning. It's likely we have a battle between clouds and sun as we head through the day today as temperatures climb into the mid-70s. Yep, that's right. We're in the mid-70s today, mid-70s tomorrow. Then you can kiss it goodbye, likely for the year, as we fall back into the 50s on Wednesday. Coming up, I'm going to let you know just why I think this cool down is here to stay.
7:06 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Washington truckers are asking drivers to obey the state's move over law. According to AAA Washington, 4 tow truck drivers have been struck on the side of the road in Washington state since December, and reports of these accidents are becoming more and more common.
May not be aware that a tow truck provider working at the side of the road is considered an emergency vehicle, and they need just as much room as emergency responders like police, fire, and road construction.
You see that? All we ask is please slow down. You know, how many lives do we have to end up getting hurt or losing in order for people to understand?
The move over law requires drivers to move over one lane or slow down when approaching any vehicle that is stopped for an emergency. Hundreds of women marched in downtown Spokane and across the nation in support of abortion rights on Sunday. The march comes as the Texas abortion law took effect in September. Protesters from many organizations marched together in Spokane to stand with the women of Texas.
We want to show solidarity with women who are being subjected to these harsh and cruel, inhumane laws. We also want to protect ourselves and just show that we are going to keep resisting these laws, and we will not allow it to happen, without great resistance. We're going to keep doing this.
Marchers say there is concern that the Texas law will not be the last one to happen in the country. And some good news if you're feeling lucky, there's still a chance to become a multimillionaire. No one won Saturday's Powerball jackpot drawing, and that means the biggest lottery prize in more than 8 months is growing. The estimated jackpot for the drawing tonight is $670 million. However, the odds of winning that jackpot are 1 in 282.2 million. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. There could soon be another way to get your vaccinations if you're afraid of needles, and it could be as simple as a small patch on your arm. Miles of a popular California beach are closed after one of the largest oil spills in recent years, and experts are saying that the cleanup could take months.